Hey guys, welcome back to Twisted Thursday Mandala Madness. This, I believe, is episode 8, but we are on update number 7. For this week, we would be updating on rounds 31 through 35 if we made it all the way through. So, if you are new here, which I have several newbies who have subscribed, so I'm going to kind of give you a rundown of what we are doing. This is a collaboration I am doing with the lovely Amanda over at Obsessive Crochet Lady. If you don't know her, go over there and visit her. She is also doing a weekly update. We drop these every Thursday morning. It would be 6 a.m. Eastern time, which is her time. And that means it's 5 a.m. Central, my time. And what we had, backtrack a little bit. We had kind of been talking through the summer about wanting to, do something together, working on the same project at the same time. At that point in time, it really wasn't like going to be a video collaboration where we were both doing a video on it every week. And then it kind of snowballed into that. And then we were kind of like, okay, what project are we going to do? What are we going to make? Both her and I both love amiguramis. So we were first talking about that. Then it kind of went into the blanket realm. And then we had to have some discussions and we were trying to figure out which blanket to make. And she ended up bringing up the Mandala Madness. I had not made one at this point. I had wanted to, but I was focusing on my Sophie's Universe. So I figured, whenever the day comes I'm done with that I would probably start on a Mandala Madness. Well, Amanda had made several in the past. She really loved it. And she had gotten several Christmas cakes from, I think it's the Knitting Network. And she was really wanting to use those to make a Christmas version of the Mandala Madness. So, looked into it a little further. We talked a little more. I decided, okay, I'll go ahead and I will go ahead and make the Mandala Madness with you. But I was going to use my favorite color of mandala. How fitting. Because I really love this color. And if you stick around for a while, since you're new, you will find out I use these a lot. And for those of you who have been around a while, you guys know I am completely and utterly obsessed with the colorway Nifflers. So I figured, what better way to make a blanket out of my favorite color for myself, because I'd yet to use these on one for myself. I make them for everyone else, including hospice, than to do the Mandala Madness. Well, she was talking to me and she was like, but I love that color too. And I'm going to make one when I start seeing yours. And so she was like, but I really want to do that one too. And the more she talked about her Christmas one, I really wanted to do a Christmas one, but I could not find a Christmas cake with the colors I decorate in, which are very whimsical. I looked and looked and looked, nothing. So the more she talked to me about the Christmas version, the more I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and order the colors that I use. It doesn't have to be a cake. And I can just alternate. And I'll go ahead and do a Christmas. Well, then it kind of snowballed and it turned into, we are a little bit crazy. We are going a little off the deep end with this. Why don't we go ahead and just make 2, the Christmas one and the Mandala Nifflers? And I don't even know why we both agreed to do it because, well, I do, because we're nuts. We are yarny nuts. That's what it boils down to. So we agreed to do 2 of these. Then we had to iron out all the details, how we were going to do it, and inviting other people to join along in whatever colors they wanted to do. We decided to make it a no stress, make along with each other. And because she has lifey stuff, she has work. I have lifey stuff. I also have MS that sometimes keeps me from doing what I need to do. So we were just going to do it at a relaxed pace. And we know other people who are joining, they can't just sit and crochet all the time too. They have lifey stuff and work. So we decided it would be no more than 5 rounds per week. And we also know that the further into this we get and the larger the mandalas become, it is going to be really hard to be able to complete 5 rounds on 2 blankets per week. We know it's not possible, but that's fine. Because like we said, if we are only able to get 1 round done a week, it's okay. It's okay. We're going to keep doing this until we've finished. Now, it does have 18 parts, but you can also do an additional part after that. 18 parts will get you to the round version to end it off. Amanda typically does this. She likes the round version. I'm okay with the round version, but my brain keeps telling me that when I get to this point, that I want to do the additional part to square it off. However, I'm not going to get my mind dead set on either way. I am going to wait until I get there before I decide, because I know every other week I'm probably going to change my mind, and I'm not going to put you guys through that. So at this point, I am open-ended on whether it will be left around or it will continue to be squared off, which, if anybody knows me, it will probably get squared off. It's something about my OCD. I don't know. But anyhow, yes, this is going to be the finished round version in whatever choice of colors everybody's making. So we left off, we were on part 4 to start rounds 31 through 35, if we got that far. And if we did, part 4 ends on round 34. So if we did get to round 35, we would have to start working on part 5. Did we get that far? If we did, then we would have ended where these little green fans start right past the yellow. That would have been around 35. Did I get there? I don't know. But the first one we're doing, that both Amanda and I are doing, is the Lion Brand Mandala in Nifflers. Yes, there's the info. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Squishy goodness. This is a lightweight number 3, and it is 5.3 ounces or 150 grams, 590 yards or 540 meters, 100% acrylic. And let's see if my eyes will let me read the specs. No. If you watched yesterday's video, I am having some problems with seeing 2 and 3 of everything yet again. And it is still continuing in today. And maybe I need to get a magnifying glass to blow things up so I can read the labels. Because even with my glasses on, it's not working. When you've got 2 and 3 of everything and they're kind of like in a ball, it makes it hard if it's small print. So, yes, we are doing Mandala Nifflers. However, her center started with a different color. The color she wanted to start with, I believe, was the pinkish color. And mine started with the aqua, which is where I wanted to start. So what is my Niffler's Mandela blanket starting to look like? And by the way, I am affectionately, because there's two of them, Mandela Madness, I'm calling them the M&Ms. And I have had to upgrade from the basket that I had both of them in along with the yarn. Now I am using a Stairlight tote. So, yeah, everything's in there so far. I have a feeling that the bigger these get, they're probably going to have their own totes each. So, yeah. So, Mandela Nifflers, where are we at with that? Yes, I did get to round 35 on this one. And as you can see, it did start with the aqua, went out to the green, then the yellows, then it kind of changed to the orange, the pink, then a lighter purple, a darker, and then it switched over to the blues. You can see it better over here. And then we are into like a bluish green, and we are starting on the aqua again. And this cake is almost toast. This is all I have left. So I will be, on the next round, I will be tying on cake number 2. Can you believe it? And I need to wind that up into a little ball because it's about to the point where it's going to start getting tangled because it's collapsed on itself. But yeah, here is the Niffler's version. And maybe I should have laid it out too, kind of, because I'm not all about the blocking right now. I don't block a whole lot of things, but something like this maybe. But yes, here is the Niffler's version, and I did make it to round 35 on this one with the fans. And Amanda's doing kind of the same thing I'm doing, where you'll do, like, let's say I did round 31. I'll do round 31 on the other one. And then on that other one, when I end round 31, I go to round 32. And then I come back to this one, start 32 and go to 33. Then go to that one, do 33 and 34, and back and forth, so that they're kind of staying even. I had no idea she was doing it that way too until she had left me a voice message the other day telling me, she didn't tell me what row she's on because we're not telling each other. We are not talking behind the sidelines on how far we've gotten. We're not sending pictures with an update. So when our videos drop, I watch hers to see how far she's gotten, and she watches mine as well to see how far I've gotten. We don't even tell each other whether we're struggling and not even going to get the 5 rounds done. None of that. No inside information. So it's just as much a surprise to you guys as it is to us. And I like it that way. Gotta have some secrets, right, ladies? But yeah, here is my Nifflers, and I am absolutely in love with it so far. I am. It's getting to the point where I know it's going to be a little harder to show every week. I just need a bigger yarn room so I don't have a wall right behind me. But yeah, there's the Nifflers. And yes, I am still attached because we were not cutting off on this round to start somewhere else. So I always put 2 stitch markers in the loop so I know, and that way, just in case one pops off, The other one is going to keep it from coming undone until I work on it next. But yes, here's the Nifflers M&M. And I am using my 4.5 millimeter dots with that one. And I'm going to put this back in here so it does not get lost, because inevitably it will if I don't. And then with my Christmas version, seeing how I could not find a Christmas cake that I absolutely loved, and I was just ordering the yarn colors that I prefer that match how I decorate for Christmas. It also does match my decor throughout the year, because I have a lot of Pioneer Woman and it's basically mostly the same colors. So it fits in even if I were to leave it out all year round. And I am using my 5.5 millimeter dots, of course. And the colors that I'm doing for that, they're probably not everybody's cup of tea. But like I said, I do whimsical and, kind of the Grinch, Whoville, Cindy Lou Who. Yeah. I really like those colors. I actually have a tree skirt that I found a few years back in these colors, and I absolutely love it and will forever and always use it around my tree, and my decorations all match. They go on my tree. But the first color is white. It's called Cloud. And this is the worsted baby from Hirschner's. It is the 4-weight. And all these have the same stats. It's 100% acrylic, 8 ounces or 226 grams, 489 yards or 448 meters. And this one's a little easier to read because the print is larger. And they are calling for a size 7 knitting needles and an I-9 crochet hook. And it's machine wash and dry, made in China. But this is Cloud. And as you can see, that one's not attached. And then the second color is called Pixie. And this is also from the baby line. The Cloud and the Pixie are from the baby line. They're all the same stats. The only difference is the shade of color is more what I preferred. So I ordered from the baby line for the Cloud and this one. So this is Pixie Pink. And then color number 3 is Scarlet. And it's the regular worsted. It's not from the baby line. And like I said, all same stats. And then we have the Sea Spray Blue, which is basically a turquoise. I don't know. It's kind of looking light. That's closer. Yeah. Could use a little darker. But okay, there's that one. And then the final and 5th color is lime green. Yep, lime green. And I know a lot of you are who are new here and haven't seen this. You're probably thinking, oh, mercy. How is that Christmas at all? But like I said, think Cindy Lou Who, think Whoville, and all those wonderful Christmassy movies, whimsical. It even kind of gives me fairy garden vibes and stuff. But yeah, so the order I started using was the Cloud White, and then I went to the Pixie Pink, then I went to Scarlet Red, then the Sea Spray Blue, and then the Lime Green, and then I start over once I'm done with the green. And I'm going to keep, once I started going through it and I'm liking how the colors have been falling, I'm not going to change the order. I'm just going to keep it as is and keep going the way it is. So, did I get all 5 done for this one? Well, let's see. And my pink is still attached because just like with the other one, It was not at a point where we are finishing off and weaving in ends. But here we go, guys. Here is my Christmas version one so far. What do you guys think? This one definitely, because it's a 4-weight, is bigger, and it is getting harder to show the whole thing online. I'm probably going to have to start taking pictures too. But yep, and we ended with the fans and running along the back behind the puff stitches that look like little flowers in the pixie pink, and we're still attached. So yes, this is my Christmas version, guys. I am in love, and I have gotten several messages from quite a few people saying that they absolutely love this, and they never in a million years would have thought about using these colors for a Christmas version of a blanket until they started seeing this worked up. But I started with the white, which you can see on the back. And because it overlapped and you started doing like the floral, that was why I went to the pink, then the red, then the blue, and then the green. And then it started back again with the white, pink, red, blue, and then the green is barely visible on this round because it was all worked in back post. And then it went back to the white, the pink, the red, the blue, and the green. And then back to the white, the pink, the red, the blue, the green, the white, and now we're back to pink. So after they tell us to bind off and weave in ends, we will move on to red whenever that happens. I think it's after the next round that I haven't even looked. Honestly, I haven't even looked at what is it? Round 36. Have not. But yeah, here is my Christmas. And then I know this is getting harder and harder to do this. Oop, yeah. Not going to be happening next time, I think, guys. But here we go. Look at these. I am absolutely loving them. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, please. So, because I did finish all 5 rounds for this week, and I'm going to tell you, it was a struggle, though. And like I said, we're not trying to stress ourselves out. If we can't get the 5 rounds done, we can't. And now it's getting to the point where I'm thinking that it's probably not going to be happening going forward. If I get next week's 5 rounds done, I'm going to be shocked because there is so much work and it's 2 of them. But like we said, we're not stressing. We are not stressing. If time is only available to do 1 round or 2, then that's what it is. But like I said earlier, we're just going to keep going until we get these done, and it doesn't matter how long it takes. So those of you, I've received a couple emails or messages, and it sounded like you guys were a little panicked because you're behind for whatever reasons, internet issues or time availability and all that. No worries. Do what you can when you can and have fun with it, because that's what we're doing. It's not a competition to see who makes it to the finish line first. We're not doing it that way. 2024 and this past several years has been so stressful on so many people. We just wanted to do something fun, make it relaxing at your own pace kind of thing. We just kind of told ourselves no more than 5 rounds when it was feasible. You know, we weren't going to try and blow through it when we first started because we knew the further in we got, there was no way we were going to be able to get 5 rounds done a week on 2. let alone even one, I'm sure. But because they're going to be huge. But yeah, so one last look at Christmas. And maybe it'll be done by next Christmas. Maybe not. I don't know. It just depends on what time allows and how much we're able to get done. And let me tell you guys, I got some major static electricity going on. And then one more look at the nifflers, which I am so glad I started with this aqua. And I don't know what it is with this cake that I initially started with. To me, it was like meant for this blanket because there was no color changes in any weird area that would make me go, ooh, because I'm not a color control kind of girl with these cakes. I like them to fall where they may, but the way this one is lining up is gorgeous. So yeah, here's the nifflers. And you won't see it again until next week to see how far we got. But like I showed you, that's that ball is almost done. There's not much left of it, and we will be tying on this one, and it does start where that one ends. So yeah, and I'm trying to keep it consistent that way. This one has a little bit of that lighter on the very outside. So I will try and find another ball that has the lighter. And if not, I can always pull that one off and start with this darker and just add this in wherever the lighter is. I'll have to, I have a lot of these, so I'm pretty certain I can find one to start where this one is ending. Shouldn't be a problem. I don't think, because if you know me and you've been around a while, you know I have a lot of these. But yeah, guys, yeah, I'm excited. So next week we will be, and I got papers everywhere. We are definitely in, or I am, I don't know about everybody else. Because like I said, I won't know about Amanda's until I see her video. But if she's as far as I am, then she will be also starting round 36 for this coming week and working through to round 40, which if we are able to do 5 and that's where we're at, that will end part 5 because this one goes through round 40. Like I said, I don't know how that's going to work next week because these things are getting bigger and more time consuming, even though we're not quite a quarter of the way through. We're almost there. I think 70. No, I think we are about a quarter of the way through. But yeah, it's getting a little more time consuming. I'm going to try and go back in and print each part in color so that it makes it a little easier to see on what we're working with for these sections as it grows. Because I know black and white and gray just doesn't cut the mustard, does it, guys? But yeah, that was my rounds for this week, number 31 through 35. And I'm excited to see Amanda's when it drops. And I'm excited for those of you who are working on it with us to send us pictures to see where you guys are. I think we've got a couple people who are sending us pictures so far. I think it's 2, maybe 3. I'll have to go back and look. I can't remember. And I need to actually go back and look and make sure there isn't any updated pictures. Because if they are, I'm going to put those on my community tab. And guys, I am learning to insert pictures to my videos. So exciting. So if I have them, the people's updates before we have to release our video and get it set up, I will insert those. But if not, I think going forward next week, because I don't think I have any for this week, going forward next week, I will try and insert those when I'm uploading my video. Yeah, to pop up on Thursdays. So, yeah, we'll make you famous. No, we really want to see your pretty, pretty mandala blankets, because the ones that we've gotten pictures for and the colorways you guys are choosing, absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous. Especially one of you, because you're doing it in my mama's favorite colors, and it is so making me want to start another one in those colors. But I know I can't right now. It's 2025 and I need to quit creating this mountain of whips that I got going on. But anyhow, I'm going to let you guys go. I have more stuff I need to do. I was actually out and about at the buck crack of dawn this morning because I had to go to the bigger town down the road to get some shopping done. We have potentially what they're calling a pretty big winter storm that is headed our way. It's nothing like what we had last weekend. And it's been spitting snow all morning. And we have not been above freezing all week. And we are in, I think when I checked earlier, it was 27 degrees, but it felt like 18 or 19 with the real feel. And we are not supposed to warm up at all. This is pretty much it. And Friday, apparently, that system is going to get here, and we are kind of in Middle Tennessee where I'm at. We are pretty much in the bullseye for the heaviest of the snow, which they are saying is not going to be the light and fluffy, cute stuff. It is going to be the heavy, wet stuff. And we already have ice. I keep putting ice melt on the stairs out front and the pavers below because the stuff keeps freezing, and I don't need me or Brian hitting the ice and boom. I've already fallen off the stairs face first already this year, a couple months ago, and that was no fun because they thought I had broken some ribs, but I was just bruised real bad. But anyhow, so I was out there amongst the wild, trying to get the few things that I needed, because I don't go to the store all the time. I try and stay stocked up because we live out in the country, and if I don't have to go to town, I really don't want to. Let alone, I don't like going into Wally World and fighting crowds and all that fun stuff. But apparently, a lot of older people around here, I talked to several of them while we were waiting in line to check out, and they were doing the same thing. Most of them that I was talking to, they were loving to chit chat while we were online this morning. But most of them also lived out in the country and don't come to town that often. Some of them, it happened to be their shopping day, or they were in town because it had been an appointment, figured they'd grab their stuff. But then there were a few who were also grabbing things, and that way they were not going to have to leave, because around here, when we get stuff like this, the roads are not pretty. They get right dangerous because of the winding, and they pretty much take care of main roads, which we don't have a whole lot of them. Pretty much everything else is back roads, and they are not safe. So I got a feeling the kids here were out of school on Monday and Tuesday, and in all the surrounding counties for Middle Tennessee. I got a feeling they're probably going to call school on Friday, because it is supposed to start in the morning and just dump the heavy wet stuff on us. And we're not getting above freezing at all. So that stuff is going to be freezing. And they said they're going to be treating the roads, the main roads, but that only helps to a certain degree. You get some cars driving over it, it starts packing it down, it gets slippery, let alone what was kind of slushy is already icing over on top of that. And then you're going to get more wet, heavy stuff on top of it. It's going to be a mess, y'all. So Brian typically is off on Fridays. I'm thinking he probably will be again this Friday. And unless they get like a huge order that, you know, but hopefully not. And that way he will be at home and I won't have to worry about him being on the roads. I don't worry about his driving. It's a lot of the other people out there. There are just way too many people out there who really do not need a driver's license. It's like add weather to the, I mean, they're not smart drivers even when the sun's shining and it's 100 degrees. But then you add any precipitation of any kind and it's kind of like, you know, instant potatoes, add water and you've got a hot mess. Yeah, so that's what it's going to be. And we're out in the country. This road out here that our driveway ends out on to go into town either direction is very known for slide offs. So I got a feeling it's going to be a fun weekend. But I've got food in the crock pot right now. I've got some other things for the crock pot. I've got pot pies. I've got soups. I got grilled cheese. I got all the fun stuff. So we're good. We're prepared. The only thing I forgot to get was some Coke Zero. So I may have to put in an online order for Brian to pick up after work tomorrow. So I don't have to go to town. Yay. But anyhow, guys, I have talked far too long and we're going on 40 minutes. But yeah, one more quick peek because this is going to change by next week. I'm not sure how much. But yeah, here's the niffler. So pretty, pretty. And I need to get some static guard because, whoo, this is, yeah, this yarn is like clinging to me like a 2-year-old cutting teeth. So there's my Christmas one. All right, guys. Well, I love you. Oh, and this yarn does not want to stay. I'm telling you, I feel like a magician. All I got to do is do my hand and it like starts to levitate. But anyhow, guys, I'm going to let you guys go. I have to prep some stuff outside before the snow gets here. And, yeah. So I'm ready. I'm ready. I am going to sit in my recliner with the blinds open and I am going to watch all that snow fall and I'm going to crochet my little heart out because I'm not going anywhere. Okay, guys, I'm going to let you go because otherwise I'm going to keep on. We could have just turned this into a crochet and chat, right? Maybe we'll do that tomorrow. Who knows? But anyhow, I love you guys. For all you newbies, thank you for joining in, subscribing. Hit those thummies on your way out if you already haven't. And for all my crochet buddies, yarny friends that have been along this crazy ride with me, thank you for sticking around. I love you guys. And I look forward to talking to you next time. So with that, I'm going to let you go. Finally. And you're probably thinking, Missy, shut up and just go. But anyway, life is not perfect, so be kind. Try to create something new every day and keep reaching for the stars and your yarn. So till next time, stay safe, stay warm, and happy crocheting. Bye for now.